Okay, this is gonna be my plan. It says we can't make it, but that's okay. So it says I will make it to the supercharger in Oakley, which it says I will make it. Let's just navigate there. I can show you. Well, I don't want to stop. Let's see what it says getting to Oakley. Negative 9%. Well, I don't believe that. Well, I guess that's what we'll try to do. Well, see, it says I can make it if it says I'll get there with 10% if I drive 65. So I don't know. We'll see what it says on the way, but I don't want to navigate. So and then the next, I want to try to make it to wherever that town was. This one, because there's an Iona station, charging station there, but because if I got my efficiency I got yesterday driving from yeah, this won't even give me an estimate. Okay, so I mean there's a bailout option here in Colby. Let's see what it says to get to Colby. I don't want to stop and charge. Stop adding charging stops. Okay, so it says I'll get to Colby with 0. Alright, so, I mean, that's $2.99. My goal was to drive more than 300 miles. So, I got a notification my charge cable's not fully secured. And now charging started at 88%. What are you talking about? So I should be able to make it here. Because I believe these are about like at 3,000 feet and I'm at 9,000 feet right now. So I'm dropping quite a bit. But I'm going to put in Oakley here. And we're going to try to make it to Sonic apparently. That's what we're going to try to do. Move all charging stops. I think I can make this. If not, we'll stop at the one previous, I guess. Then at negative 9%. I guess we'll try. I don't think I'm going to get much more in the battery. Well, the supercharger's not full. I'm the only one here besides a Silverado. So yeah, I guess that's what we're going to try. We're going to try to drive a Tesla rated at 272 miles. That's a year and a half old, so it has some degradation, 321 miles. Guess we'll see if it happens or not. Oh, about 30 miles in, I've got the projected arrival down to negative 8%. So I'm at 120 watt hours a mile right now. There's a bunch of traffic, so I'm really not even going slow, even though it looks like it. I'm just following everyone in the right lane. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to go through Denver, which is good because speed should be slow. Yeah, so far so good, I guess. I just want to get that negative 8% obviously down to 0. But we'll see. My consumption says I'm going to go 482 miles, but I'm not going to drop elevation like this as fast anyway, the entire road. But I think we're looking good so far. Well, another update. We're east of Denver now. Gone 106 miles. We're at 116.3 watt hours a mile since we left. Now that's going to start climbing because we've fallen the majority of our elevation. We're down to 5,400. So we're still going to drop, but only like 2,000 feet over the next, 200 miles. So, but I have see, there's no chargers between these two places here. So I don't think I'm going to get it down enough to get to the Ionic station, or whatever, however you pronounce it. was going the speed limit. Now I'm still going the speed limit. So I might get to where the supercharger is and wherever that town is, Oakley or whatever, and drive around in circles for 4% to go a bit farther. But I don't think I'm gonna get the Ionica station. But if you look at my consumption, it's showing 254 in my last 10 miles. Go to my last 200, it's showing 388, which is going to keep getting worse because, we're not dropping elevation forever. But yeah, that's the updated. I should make it at least over 300 miles, so we'll see. Well, I'm about at 50% now, 49%. Things aren't looking as good. It was showing an arrival of 4%, but now it's at negative 2%, which I'm really not sure why it's so pessimistic. Because I'm at over 5,000 feet still, and Oakley is at 2,000. So I've still got 2,000 feet to drop. And well, now it's showing negative 1.8. But if you look at my consumption the last like 10 miles, I'm still got 136 to go. It's projecting 163. Because since Denver, it's essentially been flat. Because Denver's like at 5,000 feet, so, and I'm still at 5,000. So you do the last 100, it still says I'll make it. So if you do 200, which, I mean, that's not going to be realistic. That says 185, yeah. I'm going a bit slower. I'm going 72 now instead of, 75, 80. So, hey, fun fact, you can switch off your daytime running lights on autopilot if you want to. But you can switch them, you just have to engage autopilot and switch them off, and then they'll stay off. But as soon as you turn off autopilot and turn it back on again, autopilot will switch the lights back on. So you got to do it every single time if you want them to stay off. So I'm just doing it to save a tiny bit more power. Oh, but be careful, because I went through a tunnel with this off and autopilot freaked out and disengaged because it couldn't automatically turn on the headlights, which I thought was pretty funny. But in any case, negative 1% now. Maybe it's maybe I will make it there. Guess we'll keep going and see. Got another 134 miles basically on 48% battery, which sounds insane in the standard range car, but so I was going 186 miles on 52% battery. That's a bit insane too. Remember, this car was rated new at 272 miles, so seem to be definitely beating the EPA range, that's for sure. Wind is also not helping. It says I've lost 2% to the wind, which the wind was helping me, but after I got past Denver, it started hurting me, which sucks. Anyway, I'm still at 48%, like this whole clip. That's good. Well, another update, I've gone 211 miles right now at 156 watt hours a mile so far. Still have 40% battery remaining. And you can see over the last 10 miles I can make it. Finally, it's not being pessimistic anymore. I'm back up to 2% live projection. The big problem is for the first like 100 miles of the trip, basically until I got through Denver, the winds were helping me. I had a tailwind. And now I have like a headwind. It's not big, it's only 5 miles an hour, but so half the trip I had like a 10 to 15 mile per hour tailwind. Now I have a 5 mile per hour headwind, which is unfortunate. But I was gonna say, I mean, it was saying like negative 2%, but this has always been telling me I'm gonna get there with plenty during my last 10 miles. And on my last 10 miles is always under. My miles remaining are always over. It's like, how am I not going to get there? And I'm only dropping elevation. I'm at 4,300 feet right now, and the Oakley is at 3,000 pretty much exactly. So I still have another 1,000 feet down to go. And yeah, so I should be good to make it, which would be about like 320 20 miles or so. If I have battery, I guess I'll drive around in circles near the charger or something to go a tiny bit farther. But anyways, things are looking up. Past 213 miles with 40% battery left. I just wish I could have charged at that charger at Loveland Pass, or near Loveland Pass, because that would have given me an additional like 2,000 feet of elevation to lose. But oh well, next time I guess, right? Well, figured I'd do another update. I'm at 257.4 miles and my battery's at 25% still. I did drop it to 70 when it was saying I was going to get there with negative 0.2, but as you can see, let's see what it says. Yeah, now I'm going to arrive at 1.7% expected, so I'll probably keep it at 70. Dang, I've lost 5.5% for that to that wind. That sucks. Oh well. Conditions could have been better with a tailwind, but I guess not. I still have like 700 feet of elevation to drop, but not much more, truthfully. So I'll probably keep it at around 70 just to make sure I make it, but I shouldn't really have any problems. It quit warning me, giving me any warnings a while ago. It's just happy now that I'm going to get there at 2%, I guess. It was warning me most of the trip that I wasn't going to make it, or I had to drive below a certain speed. But if you remember, I started this with negative 13%, and now I'm going to arrive at 2. So, and I've just been pretty much driving around the speed limit, 5 over for the vast majority of it. I dropped it down once I hit like 40% charge because it was saying I was going to not make it. But yeah, it's gone from what, -2 to +2 since I dropped the speed to 70. So, but still, 70 is not exactly slow. But in any case, I'll check back at around 272 if I remember, because that's supposedly the car's rated range. Well, we have officially passed the car's rated range, which is, when new, was 272 miles. And this car is getting, in September, I will have owned it for 2 years, so next month. So I got to quit saying a year and a half. The car's basically 2 years old. And degradation is about, it charges to like 264 miles, so it's like 3% degradation or so, if you can trust the amount it charges to as degradation. Because I don't have a fast enough charger at my house to run the official battery test. But in any case, we have 46 more miles to the supercharger. The previous 10 miles is holding steady above it as I'm going about 70 miles an hour usually. So I should make it. The car, oh, it's dropped to 1% now. Let's see what it says. Oh, exactly 1%. It's the wind, 0.9. Uh-oh. Yeah, the wind is picking up the more. It's not like super crazy, like I'm driving directly into a 6 mile an hour wind, but that's kind of the issue. But luckily, look, once you get to whatever that town is, Colby, Kansas, you kind of go southeast, so the wind, I won't be going directly into the wind anymore. It'll be kind of like a side wind, so hopefully I'll be a tiny bit more efficient. But I should make it. I'll slow down even more if this keeps dropping. What's it saying? 0.9? Yeah, that's fine. That's not even going into the buffer or anything at 0%. Oh, it went back up to 1. So, yeah, 1% arrival. That'd actually be the lowest ever. I think 2% is the lowest I've ever driven the car. So, yeah, and then we've already passed the rated range of the car by quite a bit, and we still have 18% battery. So let's check the elevation. Yeah, we still have about 600 feet to lose. We're at 3,600. The town's at around a little over 3,000. So should be good to go, hopefully. Well, we've officially passed 300 miles on one charge. Still have 8% left, and I have about 17 miles to go still. 22 projected from the last 10, so shouldn't have any problems making it. Let's see what it's saying. Gonna get there with 0.8%, so that will work out pretty perfectly, I guess. Yeah, looks like we're gonna make it. I don't know why the car was so pessimistic when we left, saying it was what, negative 13% or something, but we got it like a 5-mile buffer still, so should be good. Or I'll break down, one of the two. Well, we are about 1.7 miles
76 on the right toward Oakley.
from the Oakley Supercharger, which means we're going to make it. We've gone 320 miles exactly without charging. And we're at 2%. It says we're going to arrive at 2%. So yeah, not even a struggle. Remember, this car, when new 2 years ago, was rated at 272 miles, and now we have gone 320. With degradation, this car gets about 264 miles at 100% now. So that's what, like 60 miles over the rated range. That's pretty good. Definitely don't want to miss the exit.
Now take exit 76 on the right. In 500 feet, turn right onto Highway 40.
Let's see, the car still has 4 miles of rated range left. I want to drive around a little bit farther because I have a little bit of energy to burn here. Might as well get the high score, right? Drive as much as possible. Just a dirt road here. Well, that's not going to be good for efficiency. Says I'd go another 5 miles and still arrive at 1%. But I don't want to drive on a gravel road, so we'll do a quick U-turn here. There's no power limit or anything, even at 2%. I didn't put in the supercharger so to prevent it from preconditioning, because that's just going to eat into the battery range, of course. Is the road paved this way? When I can do a U-turn, because it's kind of a divided highway up here, so I guess I'll turn in here.
Now turn left onto County Road 460.
But yeah, with the divided highway, who knows when you can turn around. This road's paved, right? What if can I turn right here? Nope, it's not a road, it's a parking lot. Wow, this is a lot of garages. What is this place? This is an airport or something? Oh, it is an airport.
Now turn left.
I'll say these look like hangars. I guess it's an airport. Okay. Now it says I'll run out if I drive 6 miles. Oh, we're at 1% now. I'll switch it to miles to see 4 miles remaining. 3 miles remaining. Guess we'll do a U-turn here and actually go to the supercharger now. Though driving at like 35 miles an hour, this car could probably go like 500 miles or so. Trying to see if there's a power limit. I don't think there is one. There's no dots at least. What are we at? 323.5. Still 3 miles of range, rated range. Still 3 miles. I guess if it runs out here, I can push it back to the charger, right?
In 500 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
I'm not sure what these are. If they're hangars, it's not really connected to the airport. Still showing 3 miles. What's down here? It's a road. Aircraft, no vehicles. Oh, let's drive out on the runway. I guess they don't do airports. They do airport security a bit different in Kansas, I guess. Like not even a gate or anything. Just drive up on the runway. It's fine. Maybe they drive the planes on the road from these hangars to get to the airport. How do I still have 3 miles of range? 1%.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
This car could probably go a really long way at like 10 miles an hour. Everyone must think I'm crazy. I gotta get to 325. Oh, there it goes. Finally went to 2 miles. Still showing 1%. How do I get it to 0? Oh, the navigation gave up. It's like, you're here. We quit. Still showing 2 miles. We go over here. We set up a sweet autocross course. Still not showing a power limit, which is kind of interesting. This is a cool place, though. All these, I don't know what I assume it's for airplanes, but a cool setup. What's that sign say? The font is like really hard to read. Just says business complex. Oh, okay. They do business here at the business complex. 324.9. I guess I'll stop at 325, or I'll be. The car just has infinite. Because LFP batteries, when they die, they just die instantly. So it's kind of interesting. There's still 0 power limit or anything. Because like here I can literally put it in neutral and just roll to the superchargers if it completely died. Come on, give me 325. Still 2 miles of range. Oh my gosh, it just won't go lower. There we go, 325 miles. That's a good round number to end it on, I guess. And 1 mile of range. Really, 1% is 1 mile of range? Okay. Hope the supercharger works. Well, there's a warning message I have not seen before. You can see I'm at, oh, I just hit 0% with 1 mile of range. But as you can see, we drove at 325 miles on 0.1 miles on one charge. 169.5 watt hours a mile. All the way from, where did we drive from? Silverstone or whatever it was, Colorado, to here in Oakley, Kansas. So pretty cool, this car can go that far. So it's about 264 miles on a full charge. So that's way above what it's rated, of course. I forgot to say where we're at. We're at the Oakley, Kansas supercharger, so we better plug in. %. Look at that. Of course, I didn't precondition at all, so we'll see what kind of speeds we get. Should do 170. Nope, already back up to 1%. How boring. See if it hits 170 without preconditioning. Oh, come on, 168? Really? Really, you're not gonna do it? Oh. But oh well, that was pretty cool. There's the final trip statistics again. Hopefully I make it on the leaderboard for Model 3s on Teslafy with that.